this video, I want to talk to you about projectors and a very unique and exciting trend that we're bringing in our range of projectors, some of which I have here. So, first of all, let me just step you back a few years in history. In fact, for some people, it's not history, it's their current reality. And what I'm referring to are projector lamps. So we've got a range of them just set up here of different models that we've had to replace for customers over the time. And most of you will be aware that a projector lamp needs to be replaced. The day inevitably comes when you have to go and spend another $300, $200, whatever dollars, but probably in that range of cost to replace one of these in your projector. This one here is a little bit larger. As you can see, it's in a black housing. This one here is a lot less, but there are thousands of these lamp models on the market for the various projector from different brands. One of the problems with projector lamps, and you would have experienced it in your own life, because that's why you ended up complaining that the projector is not very bright, and that is when you buy a projector with a new lamp, will replace your existing lamp that's now not working properly, that when you get it first, the brightness will be at its peak. So what I mean by that is it'll be giving the maximum amount of lumens that's available. But as time goes by and you use it every day or every week to watch your movies or in a meeting room, the brightness will start to diminish to about when it's about, if it's a 2000 hour lamp, at about 1000 hours it'll be noticeably less bright. Now remember also that you're already struggling because the meeting room, for example, has already got a lot of sunlight on it and you've got to pull the curtains across, so you're even starting from the back foot in terms of getting quality images. So at 1000 hours on a 2000 hour lamp, your brightness is diminished, and as you start using it for 1100 hours, 1300 hours, 1400 hours, the brightness gets dramatically less, until the time comes you get the message from someone in the office, we need to replace the projector lamp. I think that's a scenario that most people are familiar with today. And there is this perception, a little bit inaccurate, but some people think that a projector lamp is enormously expensive, $500. In our experience, and when we've had to replace them for clients, it's been substantially less, but the perception is they're very expensive. Of course, $100, $200 is $200. Now, wouldn't it be great if you could eliminate that cost completely? Now, you might think, how's that possible? How can you have a projector that emits light without one of these installed? Well, that's the exciting thing today with technology. As we all know, it's increasing the capability and complexity, and it opens up a lot of new opportunities. So one technology that's now being applied to projectors is LED and laser technology. And this is pretty exciting in our opinion. When I first started in the projector business, and I was about 8 years old when I had my first projector, the concept of an LED was quite foreign back in the 60s. But today we have it installed, fitted as part of the projector. Now, it's not an option of do you have that or the LED in the projector. You don't use this at all. Forget it. So that's an exciting trend, and we've got a number of models here. This one here is the same size, and I'll just switch on the smartphone. So here you can see here a smartphone. This is a smartphone. It's a working one, and this is a projector. Now I just want to hold those up. Look at that. Now that's pretty cool. I reckon that we now have a projector that gives excellent image. Look, it's 150 lumens. It's not designed for a large 2 meter wide image on a fully lit room? Of course not. But it does allow you in a controlled environment to have an excellent image. An application would be in your bedroom. So now you can be using the ceiling in your bedroom as a projection surface. Just point it up to the ceiling, even mount it. This here's another one. Now this one here, it's the size of my fist. See that? So, might twinkle there in the lens. Both of these have something else apart from not having a tungsten halide lamp. They both have a computer built in, complete with word processing, automatic access to Netflix and YouTube, and all the typical apps that you might have on an Android phone are built into and standard and free and part of these two mini projectors. This one here, I like the idea of carrying the projector in your pocket. It's like having a home cinema, mobile one. So, the others I want to now show you are a little bit different, not as small, but certainly still do away with these. Now the next one here is this model here. Now this is a short throw model, which means that you can have it very close to the screen and still get a substantially large image. It's 2000 ANSI lumen, so it's good and bright, very lightweight, and again, LED inside. Zoom, focusing is both capable on this, but this one also has a full-featured Android computer built into it. So you can use it Bluetooth from your smartphone, direct broadcast into the projector. You got all the usual sort of connections on the back, as do the others. RJ45 connector into the network, or use the built-in Wi-Fi communicator. So you can use Wi-Fi. USB, you can connect a keyboard and mouse to it. So that's pretty exciting today. Is it a computer or is it a projector? That's the question. It's actually both. So in theory, you could actually use this instead of a computer. And if you're using things online, you could actually just have all your documents online and use this as your computer, because you're using the internet and the server where your documents and software might be stored, and actually use this and have a large image. So being short throw, built-in computer, no lamp, using a LED light engine, 20,000 hours too. Now that's the other thing I didn't mention on these other two. These will go for 20,000 hour lamp engine. Now that's pretty remarkable compared to what we've had to date. Basically, once the LED goes on this, it's not even worth trying to open it up and replace it. You just get a new one, and that will last you. If you're looking after them, you could use these for the next 5-10 years without having to replace the lamp. The final one is a larger unit. Now this is a pretty smart unit. This is 1920 pixels by 1200, and it's the only model that we're aware of that will do native 4K projection at a very substantial difference in price. So perfect for home cinema, perfect for meeting rooms, also for churches. It's an elegant white. This also has the LED light engine, and it also has a built-in Android computer. So pretty remarkable developments now in the projector range that we're offering. One point I haven't talked about, and I want to talk about that now. All of the models I've shown you, bar the last one, will run on batteries, direct batteries. So you'll notice here, these are actually running, and I'm just going to show you on this board here. Point it up the right way. See that? So there's no cables. It's actually running on its internal battery. Same with the smartphone projector. This one here is quite nice because it has auto keystone ability on it as well. Now, what about the big ones, you might ask? Surely they have to be plugged into the power. Well, I want to show you this. We have a lithium-ion battery here. Now this could be a car battery with the appropriate connector powering this projector. Now just think about that. No longer do you need a AC 110 volt, 230 volt AC current to power your projector. You could use a battery. Now that opens up a huge number of opportunities where you could do projection. Out in the field, out in the paddock, campground, anywhere. And so if you wanted to run it on 230 volts, you'd just, or 110 volts AC, you'd just plug into the normal point here at the back. That feature, combined with the fact that you no longer need a lamp, is an exciting development that, well, I think back to the days when I first got into the commercial side of projectors, and that was at a time when, in fact, this technology wasn't even developed, and Kodak was one of the earlier pioneers in that, who were taking their slide projectors, their ethnographic slide projectors, and had the ability to convert it into a data projector by, instead of inserting the 35mm slide, you could insert a little cell LCD block into the slide gate and project. And that was the very first ones. I don't know if they ever sold many, but it was certainly a product that was developed. But now we've gone so much further in projection technology. Now if you wanted to run this beast here on a battery, all you could do, and you'd use a pretty standard inverter. So that will take the 12 volts, convert it into 12 volts DC, and we'll convert that into an AC current and plug it away. So some of these models opens up a whole lot of new opportunities. This one here, for example, perfect for a mobile home or a tiny home. Tiny homes are really becoming the rage today to be able to reduce the cost of living and housing. And of course, these smaller ones, they just scream tiny house, because you're not going to be able to fit a large screen in anyway, and you're going to be able to easily control your environment substantially smaller than a 42-inch LCD TV. And using some of our polymers, you could be really quite creative on how you create a tiny home cinema. That just, the footprint is minimal. So those are the things I wanted to talk to you about in this video. Exciting features that allow all sorts of aspects. And one more that comes to mind is, especially this one here because of the short throw, but you could use the larger unit as well, and one or two of our other models, where you could actually be running this as a shop window billboard at night time. And so what we have is we have a range of projection polymers that are applied to the inside of the glass, and you simply then mount your projector up from the ceiling or part of the display stand on the inside of the shop, and simply point this at the window. Now because it doesn't require lamps, and you still have excellent brightness, it becomes a very low cost way of gathering attention, typically at night time. But if your screen is not too big, then you could run it also during the daytime, as long as the direct sun is not directly shining onto your window, because that becomes more of a challenge to get a nice contrast bright image. But again, because of the fact no bulb, 20,000 hour lamp, light engine, it becomes a very affordable way of displaying your brand, your products, your message out to the public. So I hope this video has given you some ideas on how you might actually use projection today. How we've shown you how you can dramatically reduce the cost, dramatically increase the life, and dramatically open up more opportunities. Hope you found this video of interest and useful. Our contact details are on the end of this video and also on the accompanying descriptive text. We invite you to subscribe to our channel. Our company name, iSavvy Technology Limited. You can find us at www.isavvyglobal.com. This is one of our many websites. You can find us on Facebook as well, where we have a number of different pages, and we look forward to helping you with your display challenges, with the range of technologies that we have. And on this video, we're only going to talk about projection. Thanks for watching.